Have you ever felt like something is watching you? Not in a fearful way, not in the way shadows follow you on dark nights, but in a way that feels intelligent, aware, like the universe itself is paying attention, just like seeing a repeating number, a sudden coincidence, a moment so unlikely it made you stop in your tracks, and instead of brushing it off, you felt something was with you. That sensation, that this isn't random, that something is responding to you. You're not imagining it, you're not going crazy, you're waking up. There is a mirror around you, not made of glass or silver, but of vibration, of energy, of the infinite consciousness that pulses through all things. This mirror reflects not your face, but your essence. It responds not to your words, but to your frequency. And if you really look, this mirror reveals something astonishing. Stay tuned as each moment gets you closer to realizing the universe's perfect purpose for you. And what you're about to discover will change everything. Who are the Pleiadians? The Pleiadians are not a myth. They are not fantasy. They are real, ancient, and deeply connected to the evolution of Earth and humanity. Originating from the Seven Sisters, a cluster of stars in the Taurus constellation, they are a highly evolved race of beings who have watched over this planet for millennia. Their presence has been felt in whispers, in dreams, in the quiet moments when you feel like you're remembering something you've never been told. They are not here to rule or to save. They are here to remind, to awaken, to guide. Pleiadian star seeds, like you, carry their essence. You may have always felt different, more sensitive, more empathic, and more attuned to the unseen. You may have struggled with the chaos of this world, sensing that there is something more, something deeper. That's because your soul remembers. You came here with a mission, and the Pleiadians are here to help you remember what that is. The living mirror. The Pleiadians call it the holographic mirror of consciousness. But you've probably felt it before you ever heard those words. Every conversation that triggered you, every unexpected opportunity, every difficult relationship that pushed you to your edge, every person who walked into your life at just the right or wrong time. None of it was separate from you. None of it was external. Everything is connected, not metaphorically, literally. What you see around you is your own inner landscape reflected outward, like a dream dreaming itself. But in this dream, you are not just the character, you are also the dreamer. You are the field, the projector, the observer, and the observed. Every moment is feedback. Every challenge is a message. Every breakthrough is a reflection of something within you that is finally ready to be seen. It is not always easy. The mirror shows what is beautiful, but it also reveals what's been buried. It shows what is ready to rise, what is ready to evolve, what is ready to be loved back into wholeness. And this is where your mastery begins. The quantum echo. Reality, as the Pleiadians so often remind us, is not a fixed structure. It is not a brick wall to be pushed against. It is a liquid frequency, a wave, a canvas that waits for your energy to paint its next form. Quantum physics now whispers the same secrets the mystics have always known. That there is no separation between the observer and the observed. That the act of witnessing shapes what is seen. But here's what they don't teach in textbooks. Your emotions, your beliefs, and your intentions, they are not passive. They are not invisible. They are frequency signatures. They ripple outward into the field. They rearrange particles. They reorganize timelines. When you change your inner state, you don't just feel better. You change the information the universe receives, and the universe, like a faithful echo, responds accordingly. This is not just spirituality. It is the architecture of existence. The Pleiadians teach that you are not at the mercy of your life. You are the vibration around which life arranges itself. And that means that the power to shift anything begins where you are now, in how you feel, in what you believe is possible, in whether you see yourself as a victim or a creator. This mirror, this holographic field, is not judging you. It's not punishing you. It is simply reflecting your vibration with absolute precision. No more, no less. And when you understand that, something awakens. Something ancient, something sovereign. The sacred science of emotion. Emotions are often treated as inconvenient, as messy, as something to control or hide. But the Pleiadians offer an entirely different perspective. Emotions are sacred messengers. They are the language your soul speaks through energy. They are data, living, breathing insights into your alignment or misalignment with truth. Joy, peace, and expansion. These are signals that you are in resonance, that you are tuned to the station of your soul. But anger, fear, sadness, they are not your enemies, they are not flaws. They are intelligent currents revealing where your attention is needed. Anger may arise when your boundaries have been crossed. Sadness might appear to remind you of something you once loved but lost. Fear may show you where you have placed your trust outside yourself. But when you ignore them, suppress them, or shame them, they don't vanish. They calcify. They distort the frequency of the mirror. They begin to shape your reality from the shadows. Emotional alchemy begins when you stop running from your feelings and start listening to them, not indulging them, not letting them run wild, but allowing them space to be seen, to be understood, to be integrated. When you meet your emotions with presence, not judgment, they reveal their gold. Pain becomes insight. Grief becomes transformation. Fear becomes fuel. And slowly you learn something profound. Your emotions are not in your way. They are the way. The marriage of heaven and earth within. At a certain point in your awakening, you will feel it. A quiet hunger for something you cannot name. A longing not just to grow, but to become whole. This is not a desire for romance. This is a call to sacred union, and it begins inside you. The Pleiadians speak of the divine masculine and divine feminine not as roles but as principles, archetypal currents of consciousness that move through all life. The masculine builds, protects, and asserts. The feminine feels, nurtures, and receives. Together, they form the spiral of creation. But for centuries, we've lived in imbalance. One side was glorified, the other diminished. Logic praised, intuition dismissed. Action rewarded, rest devalued, control exalted, surrender feared. This fracture shows up in how we relate to ourselves, in our burnout, our indecision, our mistrust of stillness, our addiction to doing. The sacred union within is not just a concept, it is a healing. It is the restoration of equilibrium between two primordial forces that were never meant to oppose each other. When the masculine in you becomes a clear container, directed, grounded, protective, the feminine in you feels safe enough to emerge, to feel, to create, to imagine. And when your feminine flows with intuitive knowing, your masculine is no longer frantic. It follows her lead. It acts with clarity, not desperation. This is not just inner work. This is energetic architecture. When you bring these two into harmony, you no longer live in extremes. You no longer betray your own rhythm. You become whole. And from that wholeness, you magnetize a life that reflects it. The language beyond words. If you've been feeling drawn to symbols, to codes, to sounds that have no dictionary definition, it's because your soul is remembering a language older than words. The Pleiadians call it the language of light. It is not spoken with the tongue, but with frequency, with color, with tone, with geometric pattern. It is not meant for the logical mind, but for the multidimensional self, the part of you that already knows. You may experience it in dreams, in visions, in sudden knowings. You may see sacred geometry in meditation or feel waves of light pass through you during moments of stillness. You may hear tones that seem to vibrate through your bones. Don't dismiss these moments. Don't rationalize them away. They are not strange. They are sacred. They are keys. Activations encoded to awaken dormant strands of your DNA, to remind you who you are, to realign you with your soul's blueprint. You are not decoding these transmissions. You are absorbing them. You are remembering them. They are recalibrating your field. And slowly, you begin to notice that you're no longer trying to understand life. You're feeling it, resonating with it, moving with it. This is the language of light, and you are fluent even if you don't know it yet. You are not just a soul passing through this planet. You are a bridge, a node of light, a cosmic key, and this is just the beginning. Are you ready for part 2? Part 2. The Earth is not separate from you. Many who awaken to cosmic truths begin to feel a sense of detachment from the physical world. They long for the stars, for the higher realms, for the purity of light unfiltered by density. But the Pleiadians speak gently, lovingly, and firmly. Don't escape Earth. Embody your light here. You didn't come to transcend the physical. You came to transmute it. The Earth is not a punishment. She is not a lesser realm. She is a conscious, sentient being, a master teacher. And she chose to host you. She chose to be the stage for your remembrance. And she chose this exact moment, this convergence of cosmic frequencies, solar activity, and galactic alignment, to awaken her own codes with yours. That longing you feel, that restlessness, that aching pull when you stand barefoot on grass or feel the sun warm your skin. That's your soul recognizing its contract with this planet. It's your remembrance of an ancient pact. You are not separate from Earth. You are her child, her mirror, and her partner. The wind that moves through the trees, it moves through you. The tides that rise and fall, they echo in your blood. The rhythms of nature are not symbols, they are reflections. And the more you align with them, the more supported you will feel. Because when you remember the Earth, she remembers you. So walk, touch the soil with reverence, breathe with the forests, listen to the water. Not because it's spiritual, but because it's real. Because the Earth is not beneath you, she is beside you, and she is speaking always through the elements. The elemental codes. Fire, water, earth, air. These are not just substances, they are frequencies. They are carriers of ancient intelligence. Fire burns through illusion. It shows you where your passion has been buried under fear. It ignites the part of you that dares to transform. Water flows. It teaches you surrender, fluidity, and emotional depth. It asks you to release control and allow the current to carry you toward what already belongs to you. Earth grounds. It anchors your ideas, your visions, and your energy. It holds you when you feel scattered. It reminds you that stability is sacred, not stagnant. Air clears. It moves with clarity, with breath, with freedom. It whispers new ideas into your field. It sweeps away what no longer serves. When you learn to work with these elements, not as objects but as allies, you begin to unlock their codes. You begin to remember how to channel fire through your voice, how to move water through your tears, how to ground light into earth through your body, how to call in truth on the winds of your breath. You begin to live not just as a human, but as a bridge. You are a bridge between dimensions. You are not here by accident, not on this earth, not in this time. The Pleiadians say that those who awaken now are not just seekers, they are architects, energetic engineers, midwives of a new reality. Because as Earth ascends, as humanity begins to peel away the illusion of separation, there must be those who can hold both the cosmic and the human, both the higher and the grounded, both the mystical and the mundane. That's you. You are not here to pick one or the other. You are here to be the channel that allows the stars to speak through matter, to be the vessel that grounds divine light into daily action. And that's why your presence matters so much more than you realize. When you heal, the frequency field around you changes. When you open your heart, others feel safe to open theirs. When you stop reacting from fear and begin choosing from truth, you become a node of coherence in a chaotic world. You become a stabilizing force in the morphogenetic field, a lighthouse, not because you're perfect, but because you're anchored, and others will feel it without even knowing why. The mirror you hold isn't just for you, it becomes a reflection for the collective. Separation is the illusion. The greatest deception ever woven into the fabric of human consciousness is the illusion of separation, that you are separate from the divine, that you are separate from each other, that you are separate from the earth, the stars, the source. But look deeper. Every cell in your body is made of stardust. Every breath you take is borrowed from trees. Every heartbeat echoes the rhythm of a planet rotating in perfect harmony with cosmic cycles. How could you be separate from anything? Separation is the veil. Unity is the truth. And when you begin to live from that truth, not just intellectually but energetically, everything changes. Conflict softens, judgment fades, competition dissolves. You begin to see others not as threats or strangers, but as mirrors, some soft, some sharp, some triggering you to heal, others reminding you of the light you carry. Even the people who challenge you, especially them, are soul contracts in disguise. They are the friction that reveals where you have not yet loved yourself. They are the shadows that sharpen your clarity, the discomfort that invites your expansion. In the mirror of the cosmos, no one is your enemy, only your reflection. The convergence is now. The Pleiadians speak often of the coming convergence, a point in the galactic timeline when enough humans remember who they are, when enough light is anchored into Earth's grids to shift the dominant frequency of the planet. That convergence is not far away. It is here. It is now. It is this moment, this breath, this choice you are making to awaken, to embody, to realign, and you are part of it. Every time you choose compassion over judgment, presence over distraction, or sovereignty over fear, you move the needle of the collective timeline. Every time you speak light into a conversation, every time you breathe through an emotional storm, every time you follow your soul's whisper, you help birth a new earth. You are not waiting for the shift. You are the shift. You are the fulfillment of ancient prophecies, the living expression of timelines once dreamed into being by ancestors, star nations, and soul families who now gather invisibly around you, watching, supporting, celebrating, because you chose to remember when it mattered most. The path is remembrance. So what comes next? That's the question, isn't it? Once you've seen the mirror, once you've touched the codes, once you've felt the pulse of something greater, what then? The Pleiadians don't offer dogma. They don't tell you what to believe, because this isn't about following. It's about remembering. And so they say, keep choosing truth. Keep choosing resonance. Keep choosing what feels aligned, even when it doesn't make sense. Even when it requires courage. Even when it asks you to let go of what you thought you needed. Your path is not one of steps. It is one of frequency. So trust the frequency. Honor your body. It will tell you when something is right or not. Honor your emotions. They will guide you toward your next healing. Honor your vision. It was given to you for a reason. And above all, honor your light. Not the image you show the world, but the deep, fierce, radiant core of you that no one can touch, that no one can dim, that no story can distort. That is your compass. Let it lead. You are the living light. You are not a soul in search of light. You are the light in search of embodiment, and that means you don't have to chase anything. You don't have to prove your worth. You don't have to beg for guidance or permission. You already are what you seek. The mirror is not showing you something foreign. It's revealing what has always been true, that the universe is not just responding to you. It is you, in every breath, in every choice, in every heartbeat that carries stardust through your veins. The Pleiadian High Council leaves you with this. Stop looking for the answer out there. Stop searching for signs that you are worthy, ready, enough. You already are. You are the sign. You are the bridge. You are the awakening. So breathe in, feel the mirror, and remember, you're not just looking at the universe. You are the universe, looking back at itself through you. Welcome home, Starseed. The mirror is clear now, and you are ready to step through it. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time if you are still with me, and if you would like, please subscribe to our channel. You then receive updates on new videos that will provide you with additional ancient knowledge, messages from the Pleiadians, and much more. Please leave your thoughts and opinions regarding this video in the comments. Your contribution stimulates our cosmic research, and never forget that we are always here for you and wish you the best possible life, filled with success and happiness. I hope you have an amazing day. If you have watched until the end, please respond with MMM, Master Motivational Mindset, so we can connect.